Well, I am so pumped because I get to chat with a good friend of mine, John Sears, and somebody who's invested in the life of Ginsburg Church and elsewhere. And we're going to get into what all he's plugged into. But first of all, John, I know this is not your most favorite thing to do in the world, but thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, let's start off. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your family. I get to see them all the time, and they're awesome. Tell me about your family.
Married to Trista Cathcart Sears. We've been married for, I think, 18 years now, 18 years now. I've got 3 children. Brenna is 14. Brighton is just turned 13. And then my youngest, Briley, is 7.
Now, you serve in a few different areas inside and outside the church.
Yes.
Tell me about all of the areas you're involved in.
Probably the 2 biggest are Boy Scouts, where I'm the committee chair for one of the local scout troops, and the student ministry, small group leader, and I teach the Bible study there with you. But I'm also plugged in out at New Path with the furniture ministry, the men's ministry. We're launching a new initiative, Men at Ginsburg, to make ourselves available as servants, and then recently was asked to join the prayer team.
I was going to ask, what do you do in your spare time? But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of that going on.
Nope.
Now, you've said a lot of yeses there. A lot of people have asked you, or you've just felt a nudge to do something, and you've said a lot of yeses. What made you say your first yes to serving, and what makes you keep saying yes?
I think it really came down to, I felt that something was missing. I have a family, I have a good job, we're well provided for, but I almost felt rudderless to a degree. And then somebody came into the men's ministry that I was just the general of the men's group, and talked about stepping up and stepping in, and I said, hey, I think I might be able to present from time to time, and it sort of went from there.
Who was that came into your men's ministry?
I believe that was you.
That was me. Neat how that worked out. And I'm so grateful that you said yes, because I see the way you pour into our students and the way that you love them, and my kid especially. And so I'm super grateful for everything you do in that particular arena. How do you see others benefiting from you using what gifts God has given you?
The biggest gift I think that God has given me is my heart to love, my heart to care, my heart to help. And I love to see the smiles on people's faces when I call them by name, or I sit with them when nobody else was sitting with them. It brings me an immense sense of peace to know that, what God has called me to do, which is to love on others, that I'm in a position now to be able to do. And that it's just a multiplied blessing on me to be able to do what I do in all the arenas, to be able to get it all done, but to be able to do what I do and be involved with the people I am.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is everybody's winning in the scenario. The teenagers, the scouts, the folks who are receiving furniture, whatever area you're plugged into, they're receiving a blessing. And you're receiving a blessing simply by saying yes. Would you say that's true?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Now, there's somebody watching this, and they don't feel like they bring a lot to the table. Like, I don't have a lot to give. I don't have gifts in ways that can help anyone. What would you say to them?
Well, I would tell them 2 things. First of all, I know exactly how they feel, because that's where I was. And I would tell them to say yes. Something small. If it's just sharing your story, if it's praying for people that have no idea who you are and that you're praying for them, that itself is one of the best services that we can provide as Christians, is to be in each other's corner and lift them up when they need it. So just say yes.
That's awesome. Well, John, I am, as I've already mentioned, I am supremely grateful for the fact that you have said yes in all the areas, but specifically in student ministries. Because again, I see my kid benefiting. I see other kids benefiting. I see the ministry benefiting, and I see the whole ministry of God benefiting. So thank you for saying yes, first of all, but thanks for giving us the time today. I appreciate it.